really did. I'm sorry, gentlemen. You're cooked. Also, Mujin put out a video. I wanted to so much to report on this, but I didn't know these people enough, but it was so fucking interesting.
Hooray for the Space Katos, dear lovers.
Hooray! Who are these people? Apparently, I think the boy is like a competitive player, and I don't know about the girl. It was like a big freaking drama like last week about it. We shall see. We shall see.
When one of the most well-known and iconic couples in content creation in esports history decides to...
See? Content creation. Oh my god. The thing. The four-leaved clover of wealthy people. Dun dun dun! I am noticing. What's that? Every rich person has one of these four-leaf clover. It's like a cult or something. I don't know.
To abruptly break off their relationship after 6 years of being together.
Oh shit, 6 years, bro. That's like more than 5.
More importantly, what happens when they tell their millions of followers that it was completely mutual, amicable, and had no drama whatsoever? Well, I'm glad you asked. Many would refuse to believe the narrative that this was amicable, accusing the woman in the relationship, Kyedae, of cheating, going as far back as 5 months before the breakup and outlining how she had unfollowed her best friend on social media because she was coincidentally hanging out with her ex-boyfriend. Hell,
bro. What? Stop hanging out with your ex-boyfriend. Oh my god. Stop it. Get help. That's never a good... After 6 years... Wait, so she was with this guy for 6 years and she was hanging out with the dude she dated 6 years ago? You don't understand. She was lured. Bro, stop seducing me.
Even before the breakup announcement was made, fans were already aware that they had broken up because they weren't even wearing their engagement rings on stream anymore. And somehow, we'd find out that there was a Reddit post made 2 years ago accusing Kyedae of cheating on her boyfriend at a convention when she was there alone. And if that wasn't enough, we had a self-admitted pedophile enter the ring. This is when he'd tell the whole world.
What? Hold up. You had me with the entire thing until that fucking part. Hello? What? What?
World that back in 2023 he had a one-on-one conversation with Kyedae in which she admitted to wanting to experiment with other men. Guys, this is easily one of, if not the messiest breakup I've ever witnessed in my life. And it's crazy to think that this all stemmed from something that was meant to be amicable. It's riddled with misinformation and extremely dangerous theories. So I thought we had to talk about it in an objective manner so that way you can make your own.
Bro, they have a penthouse in LA. Can you imagine? You could have a penthouse. You could be a competitive gamer and have a penthouse and a girlfriend for 6 years who cheats on you and leaves you. It could be you. Yeah. Ended it over a text? Oh my god, 6 years and you don't even talk it out in real life? You just end it over a text? Oh, it's like a fucking voicemail. Just an email. Dear ex-fiancé. Yes, ex-fiancé. This was really nice. Good luck. Have fun. I am quitting the party. Tschüss.
Opinion in this mess. If you like my videos and want to see exclusive content, then make sure to check out my stack.com page in the description and the pinned comment. And now, without further ado, let's get right into this mess.
I'm ready.
Alright, so first things first, who are the two people involved in this disastrous incident? Let's start off with TenZ. TenZ would start playing the game Counter-Strike at the age of 3. And by the time...
Wait. 3? Did he say 3? Age of like humanly 3? Like when people don't even walk yet? 3? Oh my god, I'm already expired. This man was aiming for competitive Counter-Strike at the age 3. What the fuck? Anyway.
By the time he would reach his teenage years, he'd be playing at the pro level, starting his journey in 2017. And by 2019, he would have made it big by signing with one of the biggest esports teams in North America. Cloud9. But even with that in mind, as a
Damn.
player, he wasn't really able to stand out in the pro scene. That would all, of course, change in the year 2020. This is when Valorant would launch its
I'm sorry, my mind is still stuck at the fact that this man was playing fucking CSGO at age 3. I was probably eating sand from like a park, you know, at age 3. Or like trying to chew on the table's leg or whatever the fuck do I do. At age 3.
closed beta access. And even though it wasn't really intentional, everything had lined up perfectly to drive hype for this game to levels never seen before. It was
That's
barely a month
crazy.
after lockdowns had began in the majority of the world because of COVID-19, and the way you'd be able to get a key is by watching a stream on Twitch. The caveat though was that there was no guarantee you'd get it. You would just have to watch a stream for as long as possible, and after every hour of
I don't know this character, but I saw so many fan videos of her. She's nice.
watch time, you get a very small chance of getting a key. This is why every streamer imaginable on the platform began playing this game and was in the category, sometimes going to sleep and rerunning old clips just so that people can watch. It was an infinite money glitch, and everyone wanted a key. However, TenZ didn't really
I have never played Valorant. Never in my entire life. I even tried Apex once. It didn't work out for me. But I never actually tried Valorant. Wait, never? No, because isn't Valorant more pew-pew? Because they say that it's kind of like CSGO and Overwatch put together, but more CSGO than Overwatch. And I am absolute shite at aiming, so I was like, Yeah, I know. I heard it that they always say that, but it's still more shooty than Overwatchy.
have to worry about getting a key. He'd have access to the closed beta on day one, just like many other pros, and would play the game a lot. And so when the first iteration of ranked mode would come out, he was already prepared. And due to this, he would become the first player globally to ever reach the Radiant rank, the highest rank in competitive Valorant. Think of it like Challenger in League of Legends or Top 500 in Overwatch. This legendary accomplishment guaranteed the fact that the entire community was going to be aware of who he was. And so, due to Valorant's incredible hype in 2020, by 2021, many esports organizations would start making their own teams for the competitive scene. One of the biggest and most successful ones would be Sentinels, and they would recruit TenZ immediately. By that same year, he was seen as the game's superstar. If he had played the game in any way
Now I understand the penthouse thing. I was wondering how the fuck do you get a penthouse, because he's like still like super young and whatnot, but I see. Why would she leave? Why would she cuck him? Oh my god, women don't deserve nice things. Why over a text? I like everything is just slowly sprinkling into my mind that she left. She allegedly cheated, right? And over breaking up over a text for after 6 years. Oh my god.
competitively or cared about his competitive scene,
Oh
then
my
you would have known
God.
who he was. It was that big of a deal. And I mean, the numbers speak for themselves. During his Counter-Strike days, he would never have more than a few hundred viewers. By the time Valorant had come out, and he would reach Radiant as the
Damn.
first
Ooh, he was a big streamer. Holy shit.
player globally, he would gain tens of thousands of followers and
Oh my
thousands of
God.
concurrent viewers. By the time he'd be signed to Sentinels and would become a household name, he would gain hundreds of
She heard the gift is free now. Yo. No. Look at that. He was like streaming up to 40k people at peak. Oh. Ouch.
thousands of followers and would get an insane viewership. He was absolutely
Oh my god, up to 50k. That's huge. He was a giant. My goodness. Yeah, that is an insane number. That was during the pandemic. Does it matter? I mean, yeah, sure, it was a pandemic, but, you know, he still must have earned so much money and opportunities. Holy shit.
on fire. At the same time,
Yeah, but like, you know, once you peak at this level, you're kind of like sort of set. Like, you stream like that for a year, good luck, you're a millionaire.
though, if you knew anything about TenZ, then you'd know that he had a girlfriend, Kyedae. They were together since before Valorant even came out, ever since
Aw.
2019. They had dated for a few weeks and moved in together when they were both just 17 years old. And just like how TenZ blew up to astronomical levels, Kyedae would also experience her own form of success by collaborating with him. These clips from
What do you mean that her success only comes from the successful boyfriend just because she appeared there? I was expecting like, oh yeah, she was also top 100, 500 ranked as a Viper main or something. What do you mean? What do you mean? If she got scared, God damn it.
Their collabs would go absolutely mega viral on all platforms, showing a couple that's absolutely in love with each other while also getting to see TenZ, the #1 Valorant player, teaching his girlfriend how to play Valorant when she's never really played first-person shooters before. Many of these clips would be posted on Kyedae's personal TikTok, and they'd get tens of millions of views.
Holy shit. Yeah, I think, oh my god, but why? Why would you leave him? Are you stupid? Why? I don't understand. I don't understand. He seems like a nice guy. He seems like a kind. I'm not calm. I can't calm.
She has over 2
Not
million
right now.
followers and 100 million likes on this platform. And it goes without saying that some of her top clips on her page always involved TenZ. She would start streaming in November of 2020, a few months after Valorant's closed beta would launch. And within her first...
I'm gonna have to hit up Miskiff whether he wants to be my boyfriend. I'm willing to be his side piece for a few months, just until I get my viewers up. We will collab a few times. He can smack me in the face with his phone or the plastic bottles, and then we will be back, okay? Yeah, don't worry. I will just get my own penthouse, okay, in LA, no biggie, and then I will return to you guys. Don't worry.
Month, she would have an average view count of 2,800 viewers, as well as gaining 75,000 followers.
Oh.
Her fame was instant, but it wouldn't stop there. She'd keep...
Wait, this is not the girl. Is this the girl? This cannot be the girl. The girl also had 50k views? Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Jesus Christ. That's so much. Holy shit. That's
I'm
insane.
not so sure about that.
Yeah?
I'm not even that worried about you. I'm just not sure if he can take the pan.
That's his personal problem, not mine. Kyedae botted. I don't think in 2021 people didn't bot. I don't know. I'm sort of pulling it out of my ass. I don't know shit about botting. Did they bot? I don't know when it became popular.
Bought the metal cup yesterday.
Surely.
I can't wait for your flavor to come out. Squish, squish.
Hooray! Soon.
growing at an insane pace. People couldn't get enough of her and TenZ. I mean, look at this video, right? TenZ versus Kyedae Valorant 1v1 rematch. 11 million views. There will be an insane amount of Clipper channels taking clips from their streams of their interactions, getting millions of views as well. They were everywhere. Saying that these two were one of the biggest content creator couples on the planet was not an understatement at this point. So while TenZ was at the top esports team for Valorant, Kyedae would get her own opportunities as well, joining 100 Thieves, one of the most well-known content creator orgs on the planet. And while yes, some people would argue that she could have never made it this far if it wasn't for her boyfriend, it's not like she ever said the opposite. She understood that she was in a very lucky position and would say so herself in an interview with 100 Thieves. Watch.
A few other clips went viral. It was kind of like an overnight thing where a few thousand people started watching me, and I would just like talk, and Tyson and I would just do some like challenge videos and other things. And I'm very thankful for the situation I'm in where
I am very afraid that I will get angry later as the video will progress. I am trying to manage my expectations right now. But I have a feeling that I might go to crash out the deeper we will go into this.
I didn't like grind those hours like a lot of streamers do that totally deserve this. I'm not saying I necessarily like deserve this, but it's been a journey and it's been definitely like a lot of fun.
This was the perfect storm. A couple going mega viral with everyone being completely obsessed over their relationship, all while staying wholesome and humble. Truly the epitome of content creator relationships.
Happy late Valentine's.
Happy
Two
late
hearts
Valentine's.
Emoji. Heart hands emoji.
Surely nothing will go wrong.
So at this point, as an avid fan,
I should use chat as a stress ball. Okay, come here. I'm gonna squish you.
what else could you possibly ask for? them tying the knot, of course. Around summer 2022, they would announce their engagement after having kept it secret for 8 months. The internet at this announcement, of course, exploded. Finally, this perfect couple is getting married. And
Wait, so they got engaged for 3 years? Did they like not marry for another 3 years? Or because they were together for 6?
I mean, you have to understand by this point, these two were seen as the ideal relationship for so many people. I'm talking millions. And to many,
They dated for 3 and then they were engaged on... Finish the reading. Yeah, but he said that they were dating together for 6 years. So why is it only happy 3rd year anniversary? I swear it was in the beginning that they were dating for 6 years. Check the date. I am not going to pretend that I will understand this, but it's only because I didn't sleep well. Okay, I'm not dumb. I just don't understand. Okay, leave me alone. So does it mean that they were engaged for 3 years? Is what I'm trying to ask. I get it that it was 8 months in 2022, but then they were engaged for 3 years in 2026 because they just broke up right now. Just stop saying I'm wrong. Stop gaslighting me. Oh my god.
they were the personification of their goals when it came to finding a life partner. In other words, they were perfect, and people couldn't get enough of them. However, this image of perfection, of living the perfect life, would end pretty abruptly in 2023. Because you see, barely 6 months after announcing their engagement, Kyedae would unfortunately announce to the world that she's been diagnosed with acute myeloid leukemia. In other words, cancer.
No.
But cancer so aggressive that she only had a 25% chance of survival.
Oh no. But she's so young. Oh no. Oh, that's awful.
After 5 years. This was a shock to pretty much anyone, Kyedae included, and many
Well, I bet she looks like she's like in her 20s or something. Bro, ugh.
couldn't believe that this perfect relationship was now at risk, that they faced danger. They didn't deserve this. The wave of support from the internet was immense. But it wasn't just strangers wishing her the best, it was also her content creator friends. Many male content creators, including Miskif, yes, I know this aged very badly, would shave their head in support of her because she was going to undergo chemotherapy and was about to lose all her hair. This was a very sweet gesture. However, one content creator here stood out, and it was 39Daff. She was the only content creator friend of Kyedae who was a woman that shaved her entire head in support of her. And the reason why I'm highlighting this is because it's very significant. When you're a guy and shave your head, you don't really care. You just wait a month and your hair's back. You can wear a cap, you can wear a beanie. It's all good. When you're a woman though, shaving your entire head off like this is like losing a part of yourself. And yet here she was doing it effortlessly for her friend. It really showed just how amazing Kyedae
Friendship goals. I like the froggy hat. Very cute. 10 out of 10 froggy hat. Very cute.
was. Not only was she the perfect girlfriend, she also had the perfect friends. For months, people
I like the bigger one. This one. This is cuter. This one is like, it's like it has the mouth open and you're the face that's just like, I'm being eaten alive. You know? Sort of. But this one is cute.
don't really care. You just wait a month and your hair's back. You can wear a cap, you can wear a beanie. It's all good. When you're a woman though, shaving your entire head off like this is like losing a part of yourself. And yet here she was doing it effortlessly for her friend. It really showed just how amazing Kyedae was. Not only was she the perfect girlfriend, she also had the perfect friends. For months, people would keep up with Kyedae and her updates. And by September 2023, many celebrated when she would announce that she was finally done with chemotherapy. Her hair could finally grow back now. She would, however, specify the cancer wasn't completely gone. She would undergo other treatments, but for now, she's happy because she can finally grow her hair back.
Did you guys see that there were so many updates like a few weeks ago that they found like quote unquote cures to so many cancers? Like I think it was like the first week of February and they were just like listing it up that, oh, it's for this kind of cancer, that kind of cancer. 10 out of 10 good news. This is what we should care about. This is what we should fund. These are important things. They say like that every other year. Well, let's hope that they actually cooking something.
But just as things were finally starting to look up for her, the other person in this relationship was going through their own personal hell.
Oh, no.
2023 would be TenZ's worst year on record when it came to the esports scene of Valorant. This once great player was starting to be seen as overrated, as someone who was taking up a slot in the top team for no reason. His performance was tanking, and the online criticism was reaching unprecedented levels. I mean, look at this video right here.
But to be fair, when the love of your life is sort of like 50-50ing whether staying online or offline, I can't really fault the man that maybe he was not, you know, doing his full potential. I'm sure that he was like worried and under pressure and scared and depressed and overwhelmed and all those shit. Like, I wouldn't even be able to sleep. Like, I would be terrified every day. Like, that's so horrible.
Everybody hates the face of
Much.
Valorant, sitting at 1.1 million views. And I mean, no wonder, right?
Poor
His
dude.
fiance had just been diagnosed with a very aggressive form of cancer, and who knows what he was going through mentally. But
Yeah.
even with all of that, he wouldn't give up. He'd persevere, and the next year, in 2024, he'd managed to win his second Valorant World Championship
Aw.
with his team. It seemed like TenZ
What a Chad. What a Chad. Oh man, I feel so bad for him. I feel bad for her too because of the illness and whatnot, but
and this current roster were working very well together, and he was back. This is why it was so shocking for the entire community to see that barely a few months later, on September 2024, he would announce that he wasn't just quitting Sentinels, he was
Aw.
retiring from competitive play.
oh, I bet he did that for her. I bet that she was like, dude, when you get chemo, you're actually like really fucking shy. Like, you're weak, you're throwing up, you're nauseous, you can't eat. Everything makes you like she must have needed help. Like, I'm sure that she had like parents or sister or brother or friends or whatever, but you know, they were living together. So,
For years, he was seen as the face of Valorant, and there he was, leaving at the top of his game.
That's
the
so
Valorant
nice
community was
of
in absolute
him.
shambles, and many theories
he literally sacrificed his own success just to save the girl, the waifu for laifu. Oh, where are my tissues?
were being spread around as to why he left, one of them being that he needs to take care of his girlfriend. However, people would ask him why he retired multiple times on his stream, and he would answer it. He was grateful for the competitive scene and what he had experienced, but it wasn't for him anymore. He was losing passion for the game, and on top of that, he wanted to focus on other things in life. It was taking up all his time. And finally, when it came to the money, he was making way more just streaming, so it didn't really make sense to just focus on a game that...
Honestly based. Why would you go through all the stress and like the international hatred when you can just like be a streamer and it's just like, oh yeah, wow, oh no, everyone loves me. He was honest. Yeah, I mean, why not? Absolutely based.
He weren't passionate about anymore on the pro level. Additionally, he would make sure to mention that in 2023, when he was going through his worst career performance, he was going to quit. But Kyedae told him, please, just give it one more year, which made him
Aw.
eventually win his second major. Watch it for yourself.
Case. Believe it or not, I would have retired last year if it wasn't for Kyedae. I said to myself, like, I'm just gonna like
Only
retire. And
sad face.
No.
Wow.
This is, so far, it's still sort of wholesome, okay? We are not angry yet.
Kyedae said, no, like, trust me, like, stick it out 1 year just for me. And 2023 was such a low point for like my Valorant career. She like told me straight up that there's
For
only
now.
up from here. That was the reason that I have played the 2024 season. Honestly,
So surely that she got healed and then she became a big streamer and they got married and they are living happily ever after and nothing bad happened, nothing disappointing, just happiness. Happiness.
if it wasn't for
The
Kyedae
end.
convinced me to do one more year, I would have never been a part of the Madrid winning roster. I wouldn't have a redemption within champs and get a top 4 finish within the team. So yeah, it's been an awesome ride.
So there you have it. This was not only a perfect couple, they were both
Aw.
perfect and relatable. They, much like the average person, had
He loves her. I don't know if he still loves her. She's honestly home for me. She's my rock. She makes me feel great and supports me through anything I struggle with. I don't need that much else because she makes me happy. He's so wholesome. Call me.
issues, they had challenges, but through their power of perfect love, they were able to overcome it together. further reinforcing the fact that they were the perfect standard for any relationship,
Aw.
and making many of their fans, some that just found them recently, root for them. By this point, they were bigger than ever. However, after TenZ's retirement from the pro scene, the on-stream interactions of this couple would reduce itself significantly. And the last major news that we'd hear from them would be on April 2025 when Kyedae would announce that she was done with streaming. Watch.
Alrighty, everyone. I probably won't be back to streaming for a while. Or if you do see me, it'll just be randomly every once in a while. But
Uh-oh.
yeah, I'm kind of done with
Is this like an e-girl thing or like a streamer thing that you have like a dedicated corner where you hoard your plushies? Do I have to start building a dedicated corner for my plushies or something? Do I is that mandatory? Yeah, please. I don't have one. In my kitchen I do have a corner right behind me where I could just start building this shrine. It's very female coded. Like I have plushies even around you. I have like 1, 2, 3 just next to me, but it's not like full of a corner, you know?
streaming. So, bye, guys.
This was definitely sudden.
In arm's reach, yeah. I have a Mimikyu plushie, I have a Tokage plushie, and I have a Molang plushie.
And it did spark some rumors as to why she was doing this. Was she focusing on something else? Was her cancer getting worse? You see, for most people, they moved on. They watched someone else, they got back to their job, their actual life. But for a number of people, this simply wasn't enough. They wanted more, and they were about to do everything possible to acquire more information about Kyedae and TenZ's personal life.
They were nosy. They were like, we must know everything. We are going to live under the plushie pile.
And this was partly made possible due to the fact that both
Dun, dun,
TenZ
dun.
and Kyedae associated with a specific friend group that had some extremely and worryingly parasocial fans.
Uh-oh.
Okay, so here's the deal. For the longest time when it came to Twitch content creation, the status quo involved two major groups of people that controlled most viewership. They were divided between two cities in the US.
You can't see it right behind me, but it's Austin right behind me, you know? This is the Asmongold side, and this is the... I don't know, is Pokimane in LA? I feel like she's more of an LA person than an Austin person. So this might be the Pokimane side. The Kif side and the Asmongold side.
First one being Los Angeles and the second one being Austin. The latter had OTK. If you were a streamer...
Oh my god, did they just put NMP into the fucking mirror? He's imprisoned! Free my brother! He's like, he had been cursed temporarily inside the freaking thing. Okay, fair enough.
Austin of any significant size, you couldn't avoid a
We saw this guy in real life. He was like one touch away. I was this very close to someone important. I could have touched his hair, but I didn't because I don't want to be a creep.
associating with these people. These were the people that you worshipped, hoping to get more
If it would have been no. If it would have been Miss I just hold on to his hairs like you're not going anywhere. Let's talk about how plushies hurt. Come here. I will do a Mortal Kombat move to get over here.
opportunities out of. They were
That's
known
your
as
husband. Don't even joke with it. Who is this guy? Who's? I actually have no idea who this guy is. Who's in the middle? Who is these two? Will? No idea. Are they also streamers or like something else? That's Will Naff. I have never heard about him, but I do live under a rock, so.
politically incorrect and the opposite of being brand friendly. Some of their top creators at the time were Asmon.
No. I mean, can I have a Sharpie just to cross the people, you know, every time they leave or something happens?
Gold, Emiru, and Miskiff, as well as Soda Poppin'. On the other hand, though, in Los Angeles, you had offline TV, otherwise known as OTV. This included content creators such as Scara, Pokimane, Disguised Toast, Lily Pichu, and as you might have guessed, they were the complete
I know Pokimane, Lily Pichu, and Scara, and that's it. I don't know who everything else is.
opposite
Did they just put a sticker onto her feet so that I cannot enjoy feet? What the fuck? Okay, that's fucked up, bro. Oh, and Michael, yes, of course. Lily Peaches Michael. But, bro, the feet. Come on. I'm not saying that I was trying to look at her feet. I'm just saying that I'm a little bit offended that I cannot. You know? That is really all. But you were, well, not anymore.
of OTK. They were wholesome, very politically correct, and extremely brand
Can I point out that he has a ugly sweater where Santa Claus is taking a shit in the chimney? It's very important that you observe that very amazing sweater. In case you wouldn't have noticed. Now you know. I would wear that, not gonna lie. Okay, for next Christmas, I will put it under your tree.
friendly. Chances were that if you were a substantial content creator who lived in LA, then this group of friends had to have been in your circle. This is why their channel was called Offline TV and Friends. They very regularly featured people outside of OTV that happened to live in LA that were their friends. And while I'm sure that hanging out with OTV must have been an amazing experience, you'd very quickly realize that just by associating with them, you were also associating with a small portion of their fan base that was mentally ill and extremely parasocial.
Ah. I would never. Oh, is that the Sykkuno bean?
Here's an example. Disguised Toast is one of the more prominent members of OTV. At some point, he would date a
Oh my god, the four leaf of demonic cold clover and the damn. Who is she? I don't know who she is. I am looking at the clover. Holy shit. What four leaves? There's like a leaf over there or something. My future wife? No, go away. She's my future wife. Okay? What clover? There was a clover somewhere. I swear.
another content creator by the name of X Chocobars. This was a well-known fact as they would publicly announce
she's
it
pretty.
to their community. However, to some people, it simply wasn't enough seeing them interacting on stream. They wanted
The sex tape. They were like, we need to see her bend over and we need to see the... Understandable, really.
more. And so in 2018, Disguised Toast would uncover a
Jesus.
shocking revelation. There were multiple, not one or two, multiple Discord servers that were actively stalking him and his girlfriend, tracking their every move,
Jesus
following them,
Christ.
and taking pictures as well as videos of them whenever they would hang out together. Seeing them on stream, interacting in content simply wasn't enough. They wanted to be part of their private lives. Every second of their lives was content, whether they
Oh
liked
my
it or
God.
not. It was an egregious breach of their privacy. It absolutely shocked
Yep, that's fucked up. Yep. That's definitely not cool. Not cool, lads.
the streaming world at the time. No one deserves this happening to them. The problem was, though, that OTV didn't really know how to set proper boundaries. Being brand friendly and politically correct comes at a huge cost sometimes. One of them being the fact that you are very easily bullied by just about anyone who gets a viral post on Twitter. For example, in December 2023, Scarro would make a fairly harmless joke to one of his friends. Someone random would make a post on Twitter saying that it was racially charged, that it was disgusting, that it was racist to an entire race of people, and instead of putting his foot down saying, dude, this is my friend and we're comfortable, we have our own boundaries, he apologized as if he murdered someone. One of the first most important rules of content creation is when you
Bro, I'm getting bullied about my skin color every single stream. What do you mean? You guys literally abuse me every single time I step in front of the camera. Hello? What the fuck?
give an inch,
You
people
American though. I'm afraid I am not. Does that matter? Does that not matter? We wouldn't? Oh yeah. I don't believe you. What color? I'm translucent according to these motherfuckers.
will ask for a mile, and that's exactly how OTV treated their community. They treated them like their overlords, which meant that unfortunately, inevitably, boundaries were never going to be respected. This is where the subreddit OTV Girls Feet comes
Pokemon content no longer. Pokemon ba Oshi? Bro, if I could just watch Pokemon's life like 24/7, I would watch it. I don't know why, but the more content I see, the more I'm invested in her. She's absolutely crazy. It's so fucking hilarious. I wouldn't know. It's so much fucking fun. It would be like my big brother. Oh, it would be so much fun. It would be fucking... Do you think she can cook? I am so invested in this. Like, do you think that she actually can prepare meals? I don't know. I feel like she should. Because isn't she like from Morocco or something? Like, those people are always very good with cooking and delicious fucking food. So I feel like that she probably should be able to create delicious food. But I don't know. She's also super giga mega, definitely not billionaire rich, right? So who knows?
Wait, no, that's the wrong subreddit. Wait.
Moroccan, 100% moron. What the fuck?
Whoa. Anyway, this is where the subreddit OTV and Friends Rumors comes in. With over 68,000 weekly visitors, it has become one of the most parasocial forums to keep up with the OTV gang as well as their friends. These people will watch every single piece of content produced by both OTV and their friends, whether it be podcasts, vlogs, streams, all in the hopes of finding clues or hints about what their friends are up to.
Screw missed the joke because of the pause. I'm so sorry, what was the joke? She have a private cook and posting cooking videos on TikTok? She has a TikTok? Oh no, I'm becoming parasocial. No! Feet? What feet? What? That's not a feet. What is that? That's like some crack. Like some like a thigh from behind or something? The censored sub? Oh, it's OTV girls' feet. Okay, my bad. Okay, I'm sorry. I didn't know. Now I know. Okay, fine. Okay.
Single piece of content produced by both OTV and their friends, whether it be podcasts, vlogs, streams, all in the hopes of finding clues or hints about what their friends are up to. If a streamer's on a random podcast, they'll watch it. If that streamer hints that, I don't know, they went on a trip with another streamer from OTV, they would come to this subreddit, make a post about it, and theorize as to what that trip might have been, who might have been there, what could they have done. And that's when the rumors truly start spreading like wildfire. They pretty much tracked your every move. So it was only natural that they'd find it extremely suspicious that Kyedae, at the end of December 2025, would private her entire Instagram page. On January 3rd, someone would make a post saying, TenZ and Kyedae broke up late 2025, early 2026. Little Birdie told me that they split a few days back. Kyedae hasn't said or confirmed anything. She went MIA and deleted all pictures on her Instagram. Rip to everyone who believed in their love if they're not getting back together. Someone would ask, who's your birdie? Another proof? To which that...
Bro, Americans are way too sociable. You see? Like, because who the fuck leaves their house just with the intent that, hey, I'm going to follow someone in real life? Like, what the fuck? Why would you do that? Why would you have... That's fucking crazy, man.
Person would say, another streamer that also hangs out with them.
Crazy
I'm watching
people.
TenZ stream right now and he isn't wearing any rings. He deleted his engagement photos today too. Kyedae updated her bio on Instagram to, I'm just currently figuring out my Insta feed lol, don't worry guys, smiley face. But it's weird that TenZ deleted their engagement photos. And when it came to her Instagram, this person wasn't lying. After she had privated all her posts and she saw people starting to make up rumors, she made sure to include this in her bio saying, I'm just currently figuring out my Insta feed, lol, don't worry guys. But by then it was too late, and you'd think that someone as prominent as Kyedae would understand that.
She's cooked. She was not ready to be cooked, but she was cooked. They were already predicting it in January.
January 14th, 2026, this post would randomly go viral on Twitter with over 5 million views. It would simply say, wait, did TenZ and Kyedae actually break up? ? This right here was the real super spreader event, prompting others to start posting the same screenshot that was shared on Reddit, showing the fact that Kyedae had no more posts, and even going as far as checking Sakura streams, Kyedae's sister, in which she makes an appearance, and they'd noticed that she didn't have her engagement ring on her finger. Over the next 2 weeks during January 2026,
maybe, just maybe, she was cleaning that horroristic machine that Americans have in their kitchen. You know, where you put like the food you're not eating anymore, and it just like the and she had to like clean it out, and that's why she didn't have the ring, surely, right?
These rumors would start spreading
Yeah,
very
the garbage disposal, bro. I have nightmares about that thing. I would rather die than have that in my kitchen. Ugh.
quickly. And by January 26th, someone would make this post on the subreddit OTV and Friends Drama, a subreddit similar to OTV and Friends Rumors that also gets a sizable amount of weekly visitors, sitting at 51,000. It would say, recent rumors regarding a potential breakup didn't come from nowhere. And here they had 5 points. The first one being, initially at first, Kyedae completely cleansed her Insta feed. Some people say that she removed the engagement post first and then everything on her page after, can't confirm however. The second point, TenZ had also removed every post except one with Kyedae on Instagram. The engagement post was also unpinned from his Twitter profile. Edit, the last post with Kyedae has now been deleted. The third point, TenZ had unfollowed her on Instagram a month ago and then refollowed her a bit after. Can't confirm if the same had happened on Twitter. The fourth point, TenZ had spent the holidays alone. Kyedae was in Vancouver. They had always, the past years prior, spent the holidays together with their families in Canada. And finally,
That's it. They were Canadian. He was like, I had enough. I don't want to be Canadian any longer. I don't want that.
the fifth point, neither TenZ or Kyedae have been wearing their engagement rings in the past month. They had always been wearing their engagement rings on stream.
Isn't it scary that people are actually willing to, like, literally play internet detectives just so that they can figure out something entirely personal and nonsensical, whether someone is still together with someone or not? Fucking insane.
For the past 4 years.
Jesus.
This is probably the biggest evidence something happened. Since the rumor blew up a bit on Twitter, TenZ and Kyedae have not publicly confirmed or denied anything. TenZ, a few days ago, since recently coming from a break, said he has some things to figure out.
Aw,
TenZ
no.
was streaming himself playing Valorant with Kyedae on December 7th and then took a break and returned to streaming on the 17th with no engagement ring that he hasn't worn since. If they did indeed break up or go on a break, something happened in those 10 days. Also, considering the brief Instagram unfollow from TenZ around the same time span, whatever happened in those 10 days might have ended what was nearly a 7-year relationship. This post would get a lot of upvotes, over 300 comments, and eventually would be deleted due to the incredible attention it was getting. People would try to rummage clips from past streams to confirm these theories. On his December 7th stream, he not only was wearing his ring, he was also on a call with Kyedae where she was asking him, hey, can you play the game I like? And he'd be saying, when we move, which made it seem like they were going to move somewhere together. They were going to move to a different house. But
Dude, it's like someone comes up with an idea and they are just like, okay, let's go back to the woods. We will have to go through. Who has time for this? Who has time for like hunting for teeny tiny details like, oh, he said when we move, and also there was no ring. Massive day for the unemployed. Jesus.
when he came back on December 17th, he wasn't wearing a ring and he was saying, when I move, signaling that he wasn't moving with her anymore. But let's take a step back for a second. Let's go back to the initial post we saw from January 3rd, 2026, about this person and their little birdie. One parasocial fan would say, I don't know, man, is Kyedae dating John, 39 Daft's ex? Look at this VOD and check 37 minutes, 15 seconds. This would be a timestamp from an almost 12-hour stream. I'm telling you.
Ain't nobody watching that. Hell, not 12 hour. I don't think so. I don't think so, baby girl. Jesus.
You man, you don't want to mess with parasocial fans. In it, we can see Fuslie, someone who's known to be in the OTV and Friends circle of friends, talking about a trip she had with Kyedae and another man named John. The stream would be on January 19th, 2026, and
I like the pear turtle. It looks very autistic. It reminds me of Tokage.
the trip itself would be after December 7th, so during the time in which she broke up with TenZ.
Little.
Watch for yourself.
Yes, I was with John Choi and Kyedae. We
John Choi. Busted. Who?
went to get what did we get? We got sushi. We got we got coffee. Yeah, and then it was a good little time.
It really is incredible to me how
Riveting. We got sushi, we got coffee. Yeah, good time. The 10 out of 10 storytelling. I'm so invested. Yes.
In a 12-hour VOD, someone
Crazy.
just took these 10 seconds to try and prove to the world that their theory is
That's it. John was there. John already busted an on. Okay, what is that? I'm more curious about this object that is a little bit heavier on the bottom, but also very straight. And it's supposedly next to the couch-looking or bed-looking frame. That's insane, man. It could be anything.
correct. And it was a significant theory. You see, John Choi
That's a guitar? Oh, okay. Oh, wow. 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 Okay.
is none other than 39 Daft's ex. Yes, the same woman
Yeah.
who shaved her head in support of Kyedae's cancer battle. This was also made even more significant.
Surely she wouldn't hook up with that friend who was even supporting her through cancer and even shaved her head. She wouldn't hook up with that girl's ex, right? That's like BM. I am like 99% sure that's BM in dating culture.
Because on the OTV and
Right?
Friends Rumors subreddit, someone would make a post on September
Right?
27th, 2025 saying
Oh,
Daft and
yeah.
Kyedae unfollow each other after Kyedae starts hanging out with Daft's ex, John Choi.
Never mind, gentlemen. Never mind. Someone was balls deep in Mr. Choi.
This post would contain a picture of both Kyedae and John hanging out in some island. And this had gotten very dangerous. Because when it came to the parasocial viewers, they didn't need proof that both Kyedae and TenZ broke up. They already had it. They had already moved on as to finding a reason why this breakup happened, why this perfect couple separated, and they were already convinced that
It was because of the pretty boy. Oh no. The pretty boy lured her out of her safe and trustworthy relationship. What the fuck? The seducer. You harlot with your fancy hair falling down your shoulders.
was because Kyedae
Yeah.
cheated. To them, there was enough proof. Why else would 39 Daft and Kyedae unfollow each other when they literally were the closest friends? And so, barely a few weeks after these rumors had truly caught on fire, many of these parasocial viewers would be extremely vindicated once Kyedae finally speaks out on what's going on between her and TenZ. What would follow after would be one of the most catastrophic incidents involving a public couple breaking up.
Uh-oh.
On February 8th, 2026, Kyedae would post a statement saying, "Hey everybody,
I saw this post when I came out, and I had no idea who Kyedae is and who TenZ is. But I read it and I was like, that's the bullshittest bullshit I have ever bullshitted in this entire year. Maybe even last year, because it was just like, it's clearly not true, but like, how do you write a breakup the most painfully neutral way possible so that people will not pick on it? This is how.
Tyson and I feel ready to share some personal news, Tyson being TenZ. We've actually been broken up for quite some time now.
Dun, dun,
Toward the end of our
dun.
relationship, we came to a realization that wasn't easy to accept. We had stopped growing as individuals. For
What? What does that mean? You stop growing as individuals. What?
most of our relationship, we did everything together. Work together. Hobbies and interests together. Pretty much everything together. We've even joked in the past that although we were together for 6 years, it felt like at least 30. We moved in together just weeks after.
But isn't that good if you're like, if you hang out with someone and you share so much similarity and you love them and they love you back and they make sacrifices and they like you have an adorable, rich boyfriend slash fiance who shares the same hobbies, who's loyal to you, who adores you, who stood by you when you were sick. He literally retires so that you can feel a little bit better and whatever. And then you're just like, oh, well, we just spent too much time together, honestly. I actually don't really want that. I would like to bounce on it, Dio, from now on, if that's all right.
Meeting, and from ages 17 to 24, that was all we knew. Over time, it became clear that we needed space to grow into our own people separately. We know the internet often looks for the tea, but the truth is simple. We
You know-
God, I fucking hate therapy speak.
Is this therapy speak? Is this what it is? Never been to therapy. I'm sure you can't tell. It's this entire thing is actually easy. Do you know You know what this is? This is like when you hear it that there are these 40-year-old women who had been married for like over 5 or 10 years and they have a kid and they realize that they deserve better. And they just leave their husband, and it's always like, oh no, I mean, he was very great and he was very supportive. It was just, he was too nice. They always say something like that. It was too nice. I wasn't feeling excited and didn't feel the thrill. I didn't have the butterflies anymore, you know? And they divorce, and she becomes a miserable bastard because no one fucking wants her. And she's like, oh no, my ex-husband was actually really great and I miss him so much.
Apart. There was no wrongdoing, no resentment, and no single event that caused this. We still deeply care about each other and genuinely want the best for one another. We're also incredibly grateful for the time and life we shared together. Thank you for respecting our privacy. She would then reply to herself with an image of TenZ, writing the statement on paper, saying, this was us cooking it up at the park today, LMAO, and I can already predict the comments because of the use of M dashes in the tweet. Don't piss me off, we didn't use AI. TenZ, on the other hand, wouldn't say anything. He would just change his profile picture.
There is nothing that says consensual breakup than a man not saying anything and updating his profile picture to a depressed looking fucking penguin looking at the horizon and possibly deciding to go and live in the iceberg and die alone. Yeah. No, now that you mention it, absolutely. You know, it's like, god damn it. I'm sure it was consensual. I believe that he might have even wanted this.
To a lonely penguin and would simply retweet the statement that Kyedae had made. Now look, they were trying to be lighthearted, humorous even. They really wanted everyone to know that there was no problems. This was amicable, there was no tea, no controversy.
Sad guy bleeding in the snow. Yeah, exactly. It's like, you know when what the fuck? I wanted to say the name. The Ryan Gosling, the Blade Runner movie. Like the end when he just dies on the stairs in the snow. He could have basically updated his avatar into that too. Just Ryan Gosling dying in the fucking snow. You know?
And they simply wanted to move on. The problem though was that, as I said, people had already made up their minds. They knew about this breakup, but now they wanted to know why. And this whole idea that this was amicable, that there was no resentment or any issues, that simply wasn't gonna cut it. This post would end up getting over 54 million views with over 6,800 replies and...
That's a lot of likes, gentlemen. Holy shit. That's a lot of retweets, gentlemen. Oh my goodness. Damn, no wonder it even reached me despite I knew nothing about these two.
I can tell you right now, a huge chunk of them are not.
Dude, she's going to get good money for this post. Twitter is going to cash her out. It's like, here is 10K. You broke up, this is your fee.
Positive. Many of the top replies were either losing hope in the fact that true love exists, or were just simply shitting on Kyedae. This is the most liked reply other than Kyedae's own reply, saying, so he stuck by you during tough times and when it got better you broke up with him? That's crazy. Or how about this one? Welcome to the gym, TenZ. Oh, and of course we can't forget that one. Kyedae wants a hoe phase. She had just posted this post, but the rumors were running so rampant, people already made up their minds that she got bombarded with...
Honestly, I think that's exactly what happened. I really feel like that she probably had like, you know, this health scare. And she was like really scared that she's going to die. And now that she's better, she's like, oh my god, I have to start living life. And how do you start living life? You have schmacks with as much people as possible. You will have all the thrill, you will go to parties, you will have sexy people give you chlamydia or whatever the fuck you catch. And then you will find yourself in like an empty home and it's like, oh man, I kind of miss him. You know?
Unprecedented hate.
That's what living life is. Have you not noticed that every time someone is like, oh, I have to start living my life, it's always about alcohol and schmacks. It's always like that. It's never about, wow, I'm going to pick up a new skill or learn a new language or travel to, I don't know, Hawaii or Japan. It's not about that. It's always about something else.
These, of course, were only the replies. The quote tweets were a completely different story, like this one, with almost 1 million views and 31,000 likes, all apart from the one person who held it down when you had cancer. How about this one? 2.4 million views, 58,000 likes. Not gonna lie, if I spent 6 years with someone, moved in, did everything with them, and helped them when they got cancer just to break up because she grew out of the relationship, I'm straight up killing myself.
Please don't. Please just don't. It's not worth it. Please don't. Do not. Do not. Yeah, stay strong, King. Okay? Just do not hurt yourself. Make yourself happy. Just eat something delicious. Get my new metal cup from Gamersubs with code Scoocham for 10% off. Okay? Mwah. Do not. There's always something to live for.
Now, of course, this isn't to say that everyone was hating on her. Even though they weren't as loud and weren't as numerous, some still sided with her in TenZ.
Bro. 6 years though. That's so fucking long. That's long even as a marriage, not to mention dating. Especially like you trauma bonded because of the illness and whatnot. It's so sad. That's so sad. Especially if they got along and whatnot.
Like this post saying,
yeah.
TenZ and Kyedae, we've been dating since we were 17 and grew apart now that we're in our mid-20s and different people. Dumbest fuckers ever. Wow. Poor TenZ. Bro, time to hit the gym, bro. Keep your head up. I hate women. She dumped him even though he stayed when she had cancer. Regardless though, for many...
You see? Exactly. Did I predict it or did I predict it? The end of the Blade Runner scene. See? I fucking told you. I fucking told you. I called it. I called it. I knew it. It's literally the same thing as the penguin thing.
Of the loudest voices on Twitter, this was about a man who gave everything to a woman and she let
It's
him
just
down,
so
just like
sad.
every woman does. This post
Aww. Gentlemen, our reputation will never be better. Women are cooked. We are so cooked. Fuck.
says it very clearly. Men can give a girl the world just for her to say, "Did I ask you to do that?" But hey, Kyedae and TenZ were truly trying their best here to make this lighthearted and not seem as serious as it is. Kyedae would go back to the post in which TenZ announced that they finally got engaged, and even though it was unpinned, she made a comment saying, "This did not age well, comments incoming, LMAO," to which TenZ replied with, "Literally did not age well, skull emoji." This was their attempt to be lighthearted, I guess. But to the people that had a problem
She was like pinging him, it's like, hey, say something. Hey, say something, people are hating on me. Please save me one last time before I drown on someone else's dick, okay? Please, thank you.
their breakup, this felt nasty.
Yes,
this post
dear.
saying, "Imagine making this post and making a joke in the post where your ex posted your anniversary plus engagement. Why? Just leave it. I question your sincerity. It feels nasty." Look, Kyedae had been in some controversies before this, okay? Nothing major by any means, but because of her size, it was definitely bigger than you would expect. This
Oh, I was like, because her size? I mean, she's not fat. And I realized he meant that she's popular. I was like, wait a second, she's not fat at all. What are you talking about? Her size. No. It's because she's popular. Her width. It's okay.
however, was the most hate she had ever received ever since she started online activities. It was absolutely merciless. So much so that barely a day after her post, TenZ would take it upon himself to make his own post defending her, saying, "Hey everyone, I've been seeing a lot of really great posts about Kyedae and me that are creating false narratives and spreading unnecessary hate. It's really disheartening to see. We parted on completely mutual terms and we still care deeply about each other. It honestly hurts so much to see her being attacked when we both supported each other through insanely difficult times. I also quit playing pro of my own accord and was never influenced by her to quit." This was a rumor going around, by the way, that he had given her everything, even his pro career, just to support her cancer battle. Anyway, he continues, "People's goals can change over time, and that is just what happened with me. In a healthy relationship, there should never be comparisons about who sacrificed more or gave more. That mindset is immature and helps nobody. All I ask is that you
I feel so. I am so tempted to say that I kind of don't believe him. I don't know why I feel like that. It's like he still has feelings for her, but accepts it because there's nothing else he can do. And the girl is like, "Teehee, this didn't age well, right, bestie? Teehee." These are the vibes I'm getting, which is a personal opinion. It's just
Please respect
Oh,
Kyedae as a
dude.
person and respect the decision we made together. This kind of pointless drama is exactly why having a relationship in the public eye can be so draining. She is also still dealing with ongoing health issues, which makes the negativity being spread even more heartbreaking and unfair. Thank you for understanding, and once again, please respect our decision. This post would also get an
Oh,
insane amount of
dude.
attention, naturally, since everyone was talking about it. And I do want to highlight the fact that he was saying she is still also dealing with ongoing health issues. That's because by this point, people were insinuating that she had beaten cancer, and that because she beat it, she was finally ready to let TenZ go from her life after he supported her, when that wasn't true. But even though this hate against Kyedae stemmed from people quote-unquote defending TenZ, the victim, this post did not help at all. People were not having it. The most liked comment in the replies would say, I'm not
Josh. Wait, what was? No, that was John. All those letters with J.
saying the hate is justified or anything, but a mutual breakup doesn't actually exist and nobody thinks so. Or how about this guy? TenZ still protecting her out of love even though she broke his heart.
I kind of believe it. I don't know if there is actually mutual breakup. Like maybe, yeah, sure, but there is always someone who initiates it, and like, I don't know. I don't know. I guess it's rare. Yeah, it's like, yeah. I don't know. I haven't heard about too many. Like, yeah, hey, you know what we should do today? What? We should break up. Yeah. Yeah. And you just, yeah, I don't know.
The same person would call her evil and would post a random TikTok comment that pretty much was saying their theory about this. About how he said on stream that he was having a rough week, that he was all alone. Meanwhile, Kyedae was hanging out with her sister and friends, making it seem like he was abandoned. There's even one guy here saying, here's your answer, bro. Even a cold-hearted person will have no choice but to say something about this. Linking an image of an AI summary, saying that as part of Kyedae's treatment, she underwent a bone marrow transplant which was successfully performed using donor cells from her partner, TenZ. Guys, you have to understand, a bone marrow transplant
Oh, isn't that the giga painful thing when they put like a gigantic needle down your spine so that they can take out the little bit of a... No, ain't no way. Oh, that's painful as fuck.
is one hell of a procedure. It's not like a blood donation. There's a 1 in 1 million chance that you even match the other person in order to donate to them, and the symptoms are not very straightforward.
He's such a good man. Oh my god, leaving... No. I want to believe that she didn't cheat. I want to believe that she didn't actually just leave because she wanted to bounce on that dial. That would be so selfish. That would be so stupid. Like, you are not going to find another man who will love you like this. I guarantee you, you're not gonna find someone else like this.
Muscle pain, bone pain, headache, fatigue, nausea, etc., etc. And yet, the only time Kyedae said,
Bro, I listen, I would have a man like that, I would lock him down to the basement. You ain't going anywhere. Are you kidding me? Nah, I'm cementing your feet into the fucking basement floor. Sorry. Where do you want to go? Sunshine? Never heard of it. Sorry, buddy, you're staying.
anything after her post was here, saying, where the fuck are you even getting this from? He has never donated me bone marrow. I'm genuinely getting irritated reading lies.
Okay, that didn't happen. Okay, I'm keeping an eye on you.
This was a complete fabrication from the AI this person
Keeping
was
an eye
using.
on ya.
And yet, even though she came out to say this person would still have the gall to reply saying, oh, people aren't buying that. Look,
You think that it's not a lie. They're just lying that a lie is a lie so that they wouldn't know that it was actually the truth. Damn.
regardless of what you might think so far, it was obvious. Both Kyedae and TenZ were in a situation that truly warranted the saying, damned if
This is only like quote unquote funny because there's a literal clip about like a penguin just like being like, fuck this, and it literally walks off to die to a very similar like scene and whatnot. And it's just, I cannot not think about that video when it's just a penguin. It's just like, oh fuck this, and I'm going.
you do, damned if you don't. You say something, you get shat on.
So
You
sad.
don't, you'll get shat on anyway. The rumor mill had totally spread out of control, and people weren't simply going to believe that this was amicable, that nothing happened behind the scenes. This is also where the post I had shown you on Reddit would start to spread like wildfire on Twitter. This tweet got close to 10 million views, and they'd link both the post where Daph and Kyedae unfollowed each other because Kyedae was hanging out with Daph's ex, as well as the other 5-point post that was talking about TenZ and Kyedae's breakup. So now it wasn't just about misinformation, like him giving his bone marrow to her, it was also about cheating, right? Getting cheated on by the girl you gave your bone marrow to has to be the most gut-wrenching shit.
I like his name. Dick. That's it. Nothing else. Just Dick.
Imaginable.
Maybe his name is Richard.
People had already made up their minds here. I mean, people would take it even a step further, saying this John Choi guy is screwing all these big female streamers like Extra Emily, because he also dated her, 39 Daph, because he's her ex, and now Kyedae, when all these girls used to be friends, cold world.
Bro, he's collecting the girls like fucking Pokemons. Gotta catch them all. Gotta spin them around on my dick and then move on.
So now this guy was a player who couldn't keep his sausage in his pants and who was literally jumping from bed to bed. This had gotten...
The harlot. I bet that he even allows them to look at his ankles. Slut.
So out of control that TenZ directly quote tweeted that post we just saw of those two Reddit posts and said, okay, this is genuinely disgusting that people are still spitting out bullshit onto the timeline. There's some stuff I'm going to clear up since people are just throwing around blind hate to push a narrative that is non-existent. John is a friend of both mine and Kyedae. Just because they hung...
Oh my god, TenZ also spent on that day. Oh my god. The more you know. Holy shit.
Out on a trip that I was supposed to come out on, but had to cancel last minute with one of my best friends from high school there with them, who also is conveniently cropped out of the photo to once again push this crazy cheating story is fucking wild. Maybe before people start speculating things in a relationship they have absolutely nothing to do with, they should focus on fixing their own insecurities so it's not projected outwards. Also, I have absolutely no clue how people started saying I donated bone marrow to her when I most definitely did not. I legitimately cannot tell if this type of shit is just rage bait, but it's genuinely pretty hard for me to get emotionally charged like this. So obviously by now, these two were expecting some sort of backlash for breaking off one of the most popular content creation relationships in history, but they got completely and utterly sucker punched in the face when they realized just how much the hate was rampant. They weren't expecting this level of controversy. And while some people were wishing them the best and supporting them, others were still here to say, this is some cuck post for sure. So now he went from a victim to a cuck. But here's the deal. Objectively speaking, he truly wasn't wrong about this picture that was being spread everywhere. He was saying it was cropped, but if you Google image search it, it's almost impossible to find the original image. This is how quickly this had spread. There was no source to the original. I had to go to John Choi's personal Instagram to find it. This was the only way. And as we can see, TenZ wasn't lying. His best friend was there. In fact, he was the guy taking this selfie. But still, just because of this picture, by the way, there are like over a dozen pictures in this. It's a photo dump. All the comments here are asking, you and Kyedae dating? Making fun of the fact that they're cheating, and of course the fact that he's suspicious. Additionally, people...
the fucking meme from Dexter. this fucking meme. Is that... Yeah? What about you? Surprise, motherfucker!
Additionally, people would be spreading around this image, this chat log of Kyedae on this trip saying, I'm sorry, LMAO, not my fault, LMAO, I'm stuck here for a day. And John got the time wrong. Me and Suvan missed the last boat. Tyson, don't be mad. This was Kyedae typing in TenZ's chat back in September 2025, just a couple of months before they had broken up. It was in reference to how she had missed the boat along with John and Suvan during their trip.
That's it. She had a threesome with these two dudes. Absolutely. I am unwilling to listen to anything else. Everyone knows. They were, at first it was this guy and her, and then it was this guy and her, and then it was the two guys together, and she was counting down. Yeah. Absolutely. Yes.
That was displayed in this image, forcing her to spend one more day with them. To the people who were calling Kyedae a cheater, this was evidence that Kyedae was starting to cheat on TenZ, because why else would she say, please don't be mad? In reality though, if you want to be objective...
Let's be real. If you cheat on someone, you usually don't say, please don't be mad. Like, that's not like the, oopsie, I accidentally lost my keys, or like I bumped a column with the car, please don't be mad. I spent on two guys' dick, please don't be mad. I'm not sure about that one. Oopsie. I'm not sure about that one.
She was maybe saying this because she knows he would worry, and she didn't want him to get worried over the lack of responsibility. In the end, though, it's up to you to decide. The final thing that Tyson, or TenZ, would say during this controversy would be, playing esports made me immune to feeling anything from internet hate. To the people still projecting, please interact with this tweet so I can collect some Twitter revenue and pop champagne tonight in honor of you. Heart emoji. And again, the top replies here are calling him a cuck. Holy cuckfest. Bro got cucked so hard he has to pretend he's happy for the fans. I'm pretty sure I have to censor that word because YouTube hates it, but I'm sure you know what a cuck is.
But why is everything a frog? But hey, he got look at that, 2.9 million views, 56k. That's some good ad revenue.
CUCK. The second most liked reply would be, the crash out continues because your girl clapped another man. These people were relentless. TenZ was trying his best to keep his composure, to act calm and collected. But the parasocials would take it a step further, and they'd find out through their own crazy research that he had not taken this breakup well at all when it first happened back in December. On the OTV and Friends drama subreddit, someone would make a post about how TenZ had created a new secret Instagram and Twitter account purely to follow a woman on December 21st that he met at a UC Davis party that was 6 hours from Los Angeles. These
What? Wait. It's becoming more complicated. What the fuck? Okay, can I just say that breaking up before Christmas is kind of a cunt thing to do? Like, I don't know, man. That kind of stuck with you. If you're like breaking up like in December something, just before the holidays.
accounts were not secret because they were called Not Tyson. Here's the timeline of events. They estimate that the breakup happened around December 8th to 15th. On December 17th, he didn't have his ring on stream. On December 20th, he streamed again and said he was going to a party with friends. Eyewitnesses report that they saw TenZ at UC Davis in the...
Wait. So, he met that girl, which is that girl, around December 21 in a party. The girl is studying UC Davis, 6 hours from LA. TenZ is not making it secret to be sneaky when he's literally named itself Not Tyson, and it was created in January 5-6. December 7 stream, TenZ is still wearing the ring, playing with Kyedae, and then even planning to play some co-op games. He even asked Kyedae to watch an anime with him, but Kyedae said no, the harlot. Kyedae asking TenZ to play a game. TenZ said, when we move. Even Kyedae said she will never go back to streaming. Now suddenly she will go back. December 8 to 15, TenZ and Kyedae break up around this period. This should be the time they would move to a new house. December 17, TenZ stopped wearing the ring and said he's dealing with personal shit and he was not able to move on the days he planned to move out. It would be hard to function when you're about to move out with a fiancé and shit like this happen. December 20, TenZ said he's hanging out with some friends to a party. December 21, TenZ was seen. How do they know this? How do they know all this? Oh my god, there are rats in the fucking walls. TenZ was seen UC Davis dorm hallways at 2 a.m. December 25, TenZ spends Christmas alone. January 506, TenZ created a secret Instagram and... Is that Twitter? I don't know what TVT is. You can see it on Twitter creation date. Easy to cheat with a friend than a random college girl 6 hour away from you. TenZ is close to Faker in terms of popularity. I thought that he's going to say that like he was cheating with Faker. I would have almost get on my popcorn. I was like, what? Cheating with Faker? Now that's the news. Alright. So I don't mean to disrespect TenZ, but I feel like Faker is a little bit different. Like, didn't he literally just got an award from the South Korean president for like making South Korea's image good or something? He basically got knighted by his own government or something. The first rumors only TenZ have and was seen with a girl. Most of the club he goes was a special guest with other streamers. I even see Tariq in some of those. Wait, so then he cheated?
Dorm hallways at 2 a.m. on December 21st after the party. On January 5th or 6th...
Oh my god, what fell? Something fell. Yeah. My schizo medication. Sorry.
6th, he would make secret Instagram and Twitter accounts called Not Tyson, and he would only have one person he'd follow who was a girl that he had met at UC Davis. The parasocials went as far as stalking this woman, going to her Instagram page and interacting with it so much to the point where she now privated it. However, that didn't stop someone from that same subreddit from posting an image of her and her username. Of course, I'm censoring it for the sake of her privacy, right? But I'm just saying it's there.
Seeing it.
Complete and utter disrespect.
You know what I see? I see a person here and I see a person here, plus there's a baby Jesus in the middle. They already had children. Fuck. They were so quick. See a penguin? No, that's the baby Jesus. What do you mean? Me without glasses. No, that's the baby Jesus. He's like cuddled in the thingy. Yeah.
Regard to the privacy of someone who has nothing to do with this. And the reason why some people bothered to mention this was because they wanted to show that Tyson wasn't taking this well, that he needed a rebound because of how heartbroken he was, that it wasn't his decision. In the end though, who knows? Up to you to decide. Look, by this point, TenZ had tried his absolute best to cover for his ex that he still cared for, but it didn't matter. This post has over 1.6 million views, 61,000 likes saying, ending a 6-year relationship on just messages after he sacrificed his career for you and stayed loyal. Women are evil, bro. Evil. This post was made quote tweeting a clip that had...
It's not looking good for us, gentlemen. First we have the Zaza situation, now we have this. Our reputation as females, not very good. I don't mean to be like that, but negative social points. So could you explain? I can't. I have nothing to say. Your rap is cooked, we are cooked. Make the rap better. Oh no.
Nothing to do with this. It was literally the clip I told you about before, where Kyedae was asking TenZ, hey, can you play that game I like? And him saying yes when we move. There is no indication, there was nothing that told us that they broke up over text. Nothing. And at this point, I have to believe that this post was made purely to farm views and impressions so that they can get paid. I don't have another explanation over this. This had gotten so out of control that 39 DAF had to quote tweet TenZ tweet saying, please don't use me to fuel this false narrative. Me and Kyedae's falling out had nothing to do with John and was over an unrelated issue we didn't see eye to eye on last year. They've been good friends with each other and I have no issues with that or with them. I don't like this heavy mischaracterization of others to push some nonsensical
Was nothing real? Not even John's dick was real? I can't believe it. I can't believe it. Everything on the internet was a lie. There was no cheating, there was no John, there was nothing. Not even a love romance with Faker. Disgusting.
Story. Yes, I'm no longer involved in their lives, but they are not deserving of the onslaught of slanderous dogpiling. John is not a homewrecker, and Kyedae never did anything malicious. That's all. So even 39 DAF, someone who had unfollowed Kyedae, who had stopped being her friend around the end of 2025, was coming out here to defend them. She couldn't even stand seeing this. But of course, again, it didn't matter what anyone said. The top liked replies here are, it's okay. John Choi cracked both of you, and it's okay. Thanks for reminding.
I love schizophrenic internet. That's absolute peak. It's like, oh, you're addressing the situation. You, the only person who really knows what happened. It doesn't matter. You cannot change my mind. I am being absolutely delusional and schizophrenic, and you can do nothing to stop that.
Us that you fell out with Kyedae also because of John. Damn, they paid you off too. No, this has to be rage bait, dude. Like even objectively, this has to be rage bait. So even 39 DAF.
I want to point out the fucking comment under it. Kyedae's puppeteering people like she's fucking Epstein. Holy shit. Bro, who writes that kind of thing? Jesus Christ. Damn. Wow, that's something.
This has to be rage bait, dude. Like even objectively, this has to be rage bait. So even 39 DAF coming in for defense wasn't doing much. So as you can imagine, when John Choi himself was forced to make a statement.
Wait a second. He's wearing the froggy thing. The one that DAF had, but also Kyedae had it. Frog. Suspicious. It happened.
This also didn't change much either. He'd come out to say, no, I'm not dating Kyedae and I have never hung out with her outside of a group setting. Stop cropping photos to make it look like we have. Tyson is a friend and has stated himself that these rumors are false, so please stop sending me death threats on his behalf.
To be fair, they didn't say that they think they are dating. They said that they cheated on each other or with or whatever, you know? So it was just some sausage fast, some private sausage fast.
Heart emoji. You want to guess what the most liked reply said? Crazy what Kyedae is forcing all her men to post.
All her men and women and animal and frogs and everything. Damn, she's actually a Jedi and she's mind tricking everyone. I respect that.
John Choi would reply to his post, quote tweeting what TenZ said, as well as link an image saying 21% of adults in the US are illiterate in 2024. 54% of adults have illiteracy below 6th grade level. 20% are below 5th grade level. Low levels of literacy
Damn. Savage, Mr. Choi. I respect it.
cost the US up to 2.2 trillion per year.
Absolutely
The reply
savage.
right under that says, sure buddy, laugh.
See, I'm telling you, it's the frog. I want the frog hat now. Stop making me buy cute, stupid shit. I want the frog hat now. God damn it.
Emoji showing John Choi wearing the same beanie that Kyedae's wearing.
I knew it. He fucked the beanie. Fucking knew it. I fucking knew it.
Using it as proof that they're in a relationship. I do have to say though, that the top reply to this post
So
ratioed
true.
it over 6 times and said, I'm wearing the same shoes your
You
mother
thought you
wears.
would be
That must
getting John's peon, but it was IDO.
No, you don't understand.
mean I'm fucking her. In any case, now we had reached the point
You wearing a high heel, you guy? He's just fabulous, okay? Don't be like that.
where everyone
Nero has a similar head. Are you telling me that Vedal is also involved in this? Oh my god. John Choi fucked Vedal. I knew it. I fucking knew it. God damn it.
whether they wanted to be involved or not
It's
with this breakup,
confirmed.
had to make some sort of a statement. By this point, it was February 10th. Barely 48 hours had passed since the initial breakup post from Kyedae, and things had devolved to a level that had not been seen before, especially for an amicable breakup. But again, as you might have surmised by now, that didn't matter. Even after TenZ tweets, 39 daps, John Choi's everything, it didn't matter. People were still peddling the idea that she broke up with him over text, that it wasn't mutual.
Listen, it doesn't matter. The truth doesn't matter if you're determined enough to live a lie. Okay? It's like me when I'm in denial. Like, you could literally tell me anything. I will not believe you. It doesn't fucking matter.
And there's no such thing as mutual breakups. It's a fantasy, and the vast majority is pushed by the woman. Soon you'd start to see posts like this saying, maybe the cancer will come back. That would be fun.
Dude, I hate it. It's like, there is a point where you can make fun of a person and whatever, but like, again, wishing an illness, something so serious like this, just because, oh, you didn't like an imaginary situation. Like, dude, you're just an asshole. You're also an asshole. These two are both assholes. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
And now look, as disturbing as that post is, I mean, seriously, wishing for cancer to come back over something like this is wild.
Nah,
This
man.
again underscores the need for me to emphasize that Kyedae had not in any way defeated the cancer by now. This was another piece of misinformation that was being peddled like it's the truth. This chick literally still had cancer, but people were acting like she defeated it. And there was no shortage of vile comments like this, whether it was directed at Kyedae or TenZ, calling him a cuck and a million other things. And then just as you thought that maybe things were finally about to die down, maybe we could finally move on from this very stupid, incredibly
But Mujin, why is there still 20 minutes left of the video? If this is the end, tell me, why is there still 20 minutes of the video? Mujin, please. Please whisper sweet nothings into my ear. Tell me, why is there still? Why are we still only here?
blown out of proportion drama, a self-admitted pedophile would step into the ring. And he would, for some reason,
I forgot about that guy. How?
make it a million times worse. Hunter Mims, otherwise known as 6CS, was a pro Valorant player. He actually was on the same exact team as TenZ and played with him as a teammate in the Sentinels team. However, he'd be kicked out of the team in 2023 when he'd be arrested following an altercation at a car dealership. A few months later, he'd be arrested again, this time for trespassing.
Damn, he's living a very exciting life. What the fuck? Again?
On that
Again!
same car dealership. His mugshot would of course be shared all over the
OMG,
internet.
there is still 20 minutes of this drama BS.
Hey, shut up. I'm invested.
It was very obvious through his actions and his very erratic, crazy tweets that this person was deeply unwell. Something had happened. It was also deeply
Yeah, he played too much Valorant. It happens to you when you play too much. Unironically.
painful for his friends and people who knew him, with Shazam, an ex-Counter-Strike pro and someone who's played in the Valorant pro scene, tweeting this out after his second arrest.
He was begging the cars or something? I don't know. Maybe it was a brand new car that just came out of the dealership. I
Hey
don't
guys,
know.
I have Sick blocked so I can make this tweet. He's not himself right now. Please try your best to ignore his tweets and erratic behavior for now. I promise this isn't who he is. Thanks for being understanding. In fact, on top of this,
Mental
the
breakdown?
Sentinel CEO would also promise to be in contact with his family in order to try and help him. But it seemed like no matter what they did, Sick didn't want to be helped. And unfortunately, it would get way worse. Sick would go on the website known as ePal, where you can hire people, mostly women, to play video games with you, and
There's a site like that? Oh my god, someone could hire me? Is that Modos? What the fuck?
that's exactly what he'd do.
What?
Except they'd have a very disturbing conversation where he would pretty much admit that he was attracted to minors. This would prompt the person with him to start recording and share it online so that people can be aware that this man is a freak. This would all be revealed in the beginning of 2025.
Oh my god. WestJet?
Watch for yourself.
And of course, like too young, like, yeah, like 12, 13, 14, maybe, I don't know. Like, that's really bad. And even, of course, I'm 27, so it's bad no matter what. So I won't justify it. I'm just still telling you my mindset. Like, and I'm not a violent person. I'm not a mean person. I'm not a rude person. I don't do drugs. I don't really drink alcohol. I don't, I don't fucking get mad. Like, I don't insult people. I'm pretty, like, stable guy.
So here he was.
I'm not sure about that, buddy. I am not entirely no.
Was pretty
The
much
school found a
admitting
new
to
revenue
someone he had
stream.
just met that he's into 12-year-olds, 13-year-olds, 14-year-olds. He knew that this was very bad because he's 27 and tried to downplay it by saying he's not a violent person, he doesn't do drugs, etc., etc. Look, one thing was obvious. This self-admitted pedophile was a very
Why would you say this to anyone? Oh my god. Why? What do you want to do with a 12-year-old? Like, bro, you still can't even wipe their noses properly. You fucked up piece of shit. Jesus Christ.
deeply disturbed person. And he so badly needed help. And it's not like there was any shortage of it. It just seemed like he
I don't want to know what he wants to do. I don't want to think about anything like that.
was refusing it.
Ew. Disgusting. Oh my god, the frog turned red.
Wait, no. There is a website to hire girls to play video games with you? What the fuck is wrong with this generation? Holy
Hey.
shitballs.
Don't be like that. I think that's fun. You could hire me. I could help you. I would be your pocket support. Yeah, you're missing the point, buddy. Even the frog turned red because everything is so angry and now you're just salty that you didn't know that there's a site where you can play with girls? What the fuck?
In any case, as this was all happening, he would decide to join in on the dogpiling of Kyedae and
Finally gets good to play Satisfactory. No!
TenZ breaking up. Again, TenZ used to be one of his teammates. He'd say, you know what I don't understand, and this is just generally speaking, how can people say, the people involved in this situation were forced to make a statement when they're engagement baiting about their own drama to begin with? You can't pick the kind of attention you get. So here he'd be linking a now apparently deleted tweet of John Choi where he was using that same picture with the frog beanie, as well as adding red
It's demon time. Even the frog knows that it's fucking demon time.
eyes to himself, as well as the picture where Kyedae was trying to be lighthearted, making fun of the situation on the engagement post. Seeing that this guy used to be a friend of TenZ, this of course got a lot of attention, reaching almost 1 million views. However, what was really interesting here is that once 39daph was made aware of its existence, she took it upon herself to reply to it, saying, "Shut the fuck up." This is when Sick would say,
Damn.
"Ah yes, a very logical and in-depth response, classic rage from you. Don't make me put your friend on blast, Daff, because I easily can. Who or what exactly are you trying to defend here? I thought you didn't talk to these people anymore. She'd
Ooh, look at the tea. My goodness.
say, go ahead. It's not like it's a secret. Most people distance from you as a result of your erratic, unsocial behavior the past few years. I don't talk to these people, but that doesn't mean I don't find it wrong to instigate the insane mob further. Your words have weight as an ex-teammate. Delusional people are sourcing your suspicions founded on nothing to connect unrelated dots. Godspeed. Sick would then say, okay, I think you're just being a little emotional right now, but I'll go ahead and spill the beans. I'm
Oh
sure
my
Kyedae
God.
will be very grateful for you. Give me 15 minutes. I wasn't instigating anything, nor was I raising suspicions. If you took
He's actually in demon time. This guy is literally, this is what Mr. Kiff was saying, that it will be demon time. He's going to release information in the upcoming days. Do you remember? I remember.
one moment to read, you would see that. This is when Daff would say, in 5 minutes, I better see the spiciest beans of my life.
I don't want to see his beans. I don't wanna.
This is when shit would truly get real.
Oh,
So much so
no.
that it would become a trending topic on Twitter with the title, Sick and 39 Daff trades serious accusations in Kyedae TenZ breakup drama. He would quote tweet one of 39 Daff's replies to him and say, Daff decided to attack me personally over her own friend's engagement baiting on the timeline, so here it is. Kyedae told me multiple times in multiple ways that she wanted to experiment with other men, and that was quite some time ago, so I can only imagine what she acted on.
Ooh, if that's true, but why would your teammate's girlfriend tell you personally that, hey, I wanna fuck man, right? Like, isn't it weird? Like, hypothetically, you're dating someone. It's like, oh yeah, my fiance's ex-teammate. I will just tell him that I wanna bounce on it, Dio. With more like, I'm not sure about this. I'm not sure about this. You know, it's a little bit sussy. Why didn't he post proof? Maybe he's saying that it was a real life conversation or something. I don't know. That's weird.
Anyone who thinks I'm lying about this can simply go back in time. Kyedae literally sat down with me in Brazil
Oh, it's in Brazil.
one-on-one at a restaurant, and she
See, this is exactly. He cannot post proof because it was in real life.
admitted to this when she snaked me out to an ex-girlfriend, but I promise you she wanted to cheat for years. That's a fact. He would then link a couple of images of their DMs, saying, this is the sit down I had with her that I'm referring to, by the way. We talked about many personal things on both ends. Difference is I never went behind her back, but I know what kind of person she can be behind the camera, and clearly someone has to say something. So this is back in February 2023, and here we can see Kyedae
Routine
saying, I hope
videos when the drama hits is like a Billy Mays infomercial, but way Terry Small. But seriously, this all fucked up.
Bro, I don't even know what to think. What is real and what is not real anymore? I'm just too easily gaslightable.
you understand that after the conversation with you that I had at lunch, I talked to Tyson. Sick would say, I wish you the best of luck, my friend. Yes, of course, don't mind. To which she said, and we came to a consensus to talk to Karis. This was during the time that everything was already aired out on Twitter. To which he'd say what you want, yes. She'd then say, I called her asking her side of the story, and no, I'm not going to just say what I want. Some of the conversation would
God forbid a woman says what she wants. That's the truest statement ever. Women will never say what we want. We will just sort of hint and nudge and wait for you to figure it out. Sorry. That's it.
be cut off here. And then we'd find ourselves with Kyedae saying, Hunter, you aren't a good person, but you're making this worse on yourself.
Hunter, you're fucked up in the head. Please, go to therapy.
You tried cheating on Karis before Berlin. You've said the N-word multiple times in public in front of me, Tarek, and Tyson. All these things could get you easily canceled, and this isn't something I fucking want.
Did she actually just say ducking? I want to hope that that must be autocorrect. Please tell me no one uses ducking just to not say fucking.
This is when he'd reply with, okay, I don't know anything, do it, man. To which she said, no, I won't be doing that. He would then say, for those unaware, all of this on my end has already been addressed, thanks to her yapping about it mostly, so I don't mind self-reporting to stir the pot.
But how is... Wait, so he posted these pictures, but he said that Kyedae wanted to cheat, but here Hunter is being accused of cheating? How does this prove anything? What? It's like a completely irrelevant conversation? that has nothing to do with it. It's just like, Hunter, your schizo 4chan poster, go to therapy? What? It shows he's insane. 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 He's becoming insane.
Obviously. So what are these messages exactly, other than the fact that they proved that he cheated and also said the N-word? This wasn't even the first time that he showed these DMs.
Classic. Because what else do you do in your free time other than saying the N-word and cheating on your girlfriend? Yeah, as one does.
He actually showed all of them to completion on stream around 2023. Retake has a great video explaining all this with the title, What Happened to Sick? In a nutshell, during the major in 2023, he wasn't allowed in to support his teammates. He couldn't even go and watch. Even though he was out of the team's roster, he couldn't even go inside to watch the games and support them. This would make him start posting some erratic tweets, with many fans being concerned over his mental health. It didn't seem like he was doing well at all. This, of course, all happened after the first time he got arrested. And then shortly afterwards, during all this, Karis, his then...
You know, some people really live a very exciting life. Not gonna lie. I should get like a DUI or something. Wait, I can't drive. I can get something for that too. Driving a car without being able to drive a car. Honestly, yeah. I forgot I don't have a license. I can get something for that.
And girlfriend would announce on Twitter that she was breaking up with him because he had flown out a random girl to Brazil after he had a small fight with her, saying that he was lying, telling everyone that they
come to Brazil before Hunter invites you to Brazil.
were in an open relationship when that wasn't the case. People were also aware that he had a one-on-one dinner with Kyedae. She was one of the only people who was willing to talk to him when he couldn't get into the venue. And this is when Sick's ex-girlfriend...
Why did Kyedae get thrown into this man? She's engaged. You want me to believe he's flirting with his friend's fiance? Because she told me Hunter made her feel uncomfortable last night.
Would also add that Kyedae told her that Hunter made her uncomfortable, which made many people theorize that, oh, did he actually try to hit on her? Did he try to do things to her? Months would pass, and after he would get arrested a second time, he would admit that there was something wrong with him and that he was going to go get...
Really? It takes you 2 times getting arrested to realize that there's something wrong with you? Wow, ain't he the sharpest tool in the shed? Damn. You know, better late than never, but yeah.
Therapy. Now that he was back, though, to Sick, this was about redemption and revenge. From his point of view, Kyedae had ruined his relationship, all while doing the same exact things that she accused him of doing, which was cheating, wanting to be non-monogamous. He'd even emphasized this in this series of tweets. One of the last things he'd say would be, Kyedae went behind my back and told people all kinds of things about me in the past. I'm tired of these women thinking they have immunity to criticism. I know how evil they can be and it's right to call them out. I will provide more information later. He hasn't done so yet. Now look, objectively speaking, these DMs, they don't really prove anything. This is a drama that, as far as everyone was aware, was already solved in the past. And at the end of the day, it didn't really make him look good. It only made him look bad for people who weren't aware about these DMs. The only thing they proved is that, yes, he cheated and he said the N-word.
I don't even know why would you show this. It literally proves nothing, but now you're in a pickle. I don't quite understand the logic. 10 out of 10 move. Yes?
Kyedae, if anything, was one of the only people reaching out to him during his extremely erratic behavior. When 39daf would see this, she'd make fun of the fact that he had no proof, saying, you told me multiple times in the past you enjoyed sexting underage young girls. That was last year, so I can only imagine what you acted on. This was, of course, bait, and he would take it, saying, okay, now we are just lying. I have never had a conversation with you in my life. Shameless the lengths women go to try and cover for each other. Unlike your claims, I have had actual face-to-face conversations with Kyedae. Perhaps log off because getting caught in lies won't work. She would continue to bait him and he would keep biting, with her saying, we did have some conversations face-to-face when we did org shoots together. You kept insisting you enjoyed them younger, but I told you that wasn't okay. To which she'd say, still trying to gaslight me. It's simply not true. I quite literally have never spoken to you.
Tip for people. Just stop talking. Stop it. Move away from the computer. Buy a rotisserie chicken and eat it. Stop talking, please.
About these things or anything. Keep coping and trying to deflect the actual issue at hand. Hell, even I'd join in on the fun and saying, you see, I would have believed you if Kyedae was a minor, but seeing that she is over the age of 15, it's impossible that you would have been interested enough to have a conversation.
Oh, I wish he would have gotten a reply.
And to my surprise, he'd actually reply, but then would delete his tweet. You see, someone would say,
he got the reply, but we don't know. no, I wanted to see what it was.
I respect you a lot, Mujin, but despite all the potential evidence, you really don't think there's any chance of foul play? I'm asking you to be open-minded here. To which I would say, working on a video right now, and it'll cover all viewpoints objectively. But Sick is someone who admitted he liked minors, has been in jail, and is known to have erratic mood swings. It will be a major lapse in judgment to take anything he says seriously unless he has proof, which he didn't. That is simply an objective fact here. This is when he would reply to me before deleting his tweet very shortly afterwards, saying in quotations, "No."
I need someone to just take this man's phone away. He has to stop replying to everything. Even Mujin baited him and he was like, you know what? Yes, I will reply again.
Known to have erratic mood swings. So
Stop.
a period of a few months, 3 years ago, anyone who knows me knows I'm actually very logical and level-headed, and my streams prove that as well, by the way.
Oh,
to which
no.
someone replied with, "Didn't even bother arguing against the minors thing because you know it's over." Bro, he completely ignored this point. But look,
It's okay. We don't need to talk about that. It's fine.
to remain completely and entirely objective,
Yeah, I may be a racist, but you were mean, and that's worse. Yeah.
here, maybe he's saying the truth. Maybe
Yeah.
what he's saying actually happened. But due to his past history and his very self-destructive behavior, it's very hard to take him seriously. Additionally, he doesn't have the proof he claimed to have. Saying that she told you multiple times, in multiple ways, I don't know how else she would have been able to express that she wanted to experiment with other men, is one hell of an accusation when someone is in a relationship. Especially seeing how outraged Kyedae was when she found out that Hunter was cheating on his girlfriend. But to the many people that had it out for Kyedae, to the many people who truly believed that she cheated, they saw all of this as a great manipulation tactic by Daph, Kyedae, and John to completely discredit someone saying the truth, like Sick, by
God damn it. How
These
can
are the people that become famous now. SMH. The internet was a mistake.
To be fair, like the guy and even the girl, she's not problematic. Like, okay, you want to date other people. If she didn't cheat and she just broke up, like, is she a hoe? Yeah, sure. But she's not like a horrible, terrible person because she wanted something else. Like, it's your own whatever to if you want to ruin your life. But these motherfucker, oh my god, fucking
calling him
Go
a
to
pedophile
Brazil.
by using his background of erratic behavior and the fact that he landed in jail twice. His tweet calling out Daph has over 3.6 million views, over 13,000 likes. If anything, this only served as further proof that Kyedae was a whore. And that's the only thing that mattered. After seeing all the attention that he was receiving, Sick had no intention of backing down. In fact, he chose to double
Why is he shirtless? I don't want to see. Put that shirt on. It's right there. Put it on.
down. The next day he'd go live, reassure everyone that he's doing just fine. In fact, he's feeling the best he's ever felt, and would go into more detail as to what Kyedae told him specifically when they had that one-on-one talk in Brazil. Here's a couple of clips to show you. Watch.
Sick, you're clearly underworld. These people are in the chat watching because they're finding you destroy yourself further.
I'm sorry. Is he speaking in English? I swear, it almost sounds like Chinese. What the fuck did he say? I just heard like something like Xiao Shu or something. What?
Show you. Watch.
Sick, you're clearly underworld. These people are in the chat watching because they're finding you destroy yourself further. Seek help.
I need the subtitles for this gentleman. I'm so sorry.
Now projecting. See, that's what I mean. Projecting, and rage bait, and parasocial all in one. I've been streaming for over a year now, and I've been
And Parasol all at once.
completely normal. But I promise you, in a conversation, it happened. Okay, she said she wanted to experiment with men.
Bro, he's on drugs. He's on something. This man is definitely on something. He's talking so strangely.
She said she wanted to experiment with other girls. She said, oh, Kyedae's, not Kyedae, TenZ is too, like, what's the word? When, like, too, when you just want to have one partner. And he gets, like, too jealous. She literally said all that. Attached? No, there's like a term for when you want only one partner. I don't know. Monogamous, yeah. She literally said he's like, she said it like it wasn't normal. He's like, oh yeah, he's too monogamous for like me to be able to like experiment with other people. I'm like, yeah, sure.
So now he was
Dude, he's definitely on something. I have no idea. He's being odd.
4
Monogamy.
years of space cat. Man be tweaking.
Hey, Sage.
more specific as to what he was saying. In his initial post, when he said she let me know multiple times in more ways than one that she wanted to experiment with other people, this is what he meant. This clip has 15,000 views and many of the comments are actually siding with him. The logic here is simple. Why would this guy lie when he has literally nothing to lose?
Because he's bro, if Kyedae fucked up a relationship for him, do you think it's entirely out of the world that maybe he wants to fuck up something for her? I don't know, mom. I think he might be a little bit salty or something. Because he's on sound? Nah.
He has no friendships to care for, he has no team to get kicked out of, and he's really selling the idea that he's never felt better. He's known to have no filter, and very easily will admit terrible things about himself, like he did with that EPAL call where he was saying that he was attracted to minors. So why would he be lying about this today? On the next day, on February...
Well, because he's mentally under the frog's ass. You know? He's not feeling well.
February 13th, 2026, Sick would tweet again about this topic, this time saying, I've watched TenZ easily clutch 1 versus 5 in Valorant, but somehow he couldn't clutch a 6-year-long relationship.
What
to
the
be fair
fuck?
though, it's hard to win when the other team is cheating.
Oh. I see. Yeah, he sounds like a perfectly well-adjusted kind of person. That was 2 days ago. That was simply 2 days ago, bro.
This post would get over 4 million views. More
He's farming the Twitter revenue. He's like, oh yeah, $100 arena.
than any post he's made so far. For the people who had a problem with Kyedae, Sick was becoming their representative, the voice of reason who knew the truth. At the same time though, one couldn't really deny that his behavior was becoming obsessive, creepy even, with how he was acting towards Kyedae. And there was a reason for that. He never
This is actually really funny because this pose is exactly like this pose and it almost looks like they just switched the clothes in the background. But it's the same. She found the one angle that works.
hid the fact that he was somewhat obsessed with her. Back during May 2023, after being arrested for the second time,
Lil bro has a crush. Oh, don't say that. Oh no. You think he's trying to be mean to her because he likes her? Oh no.
he'd go through her Instagram profile, liking every single post on
Don't
stream
say that.
in order to try and catch her attention. Watch for yourself.
Oh no.
You know, okay. Did I like this one already? No, I didn't.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh. Oh no. Oh no. Oh dude. Oh. Brother, no. You cannot like the singular titty pic. Out of all the pictures, you have to insta-click and like onto the titty pic. Oh man. Bro.
Okay, that's it. Wait, I like one more.
He's like looking. Wait, is there any other titties somewhere?
She looks like that's pretty. I don't know. Anyways, I'll go back.
Bro, what are you looking at? I'm starting to notice a pattern. Damn.
What? Who the fuck is this? Okay.
Oh no! Is it OnlyFans model 69? Oh, who the fuck is this? Oh, dude, I was not looking at titties. Holy shit! I mean titties. I mean, oh man, wow.
Fuck all this. I'm closing it off.
Okay.
Okay, that's enough.
Listen, at least he didn't pull up the notepad. That's fine.
I could call her, but actually, I need her Discord.
Ooh.
Is she streaming? She is.
Stop stalking her! Jesus fucking Christ! Stop it. Bad boy. Bad. Stop stalking the lady, okay? Bad boy. He's so twitchy. He's so strange. He's definitely on something.
But how do we spam that? I need her Discord to call her. Can someone spam? I need your Discord.
Oh no, buddy, no.
What?
Your message wasn't posted due to conflicts with the channel's moderation settings. His post literally was not posted. It got caught by the moderation. Bro. What the fuck? Yeah, that's a G.
My message wasn't posted due to the conflict with Nature Mod. Hello?
So does he truly have a problem with her? Is there a
Yeah, he has a problem on when she didn't want to bounce on it. Dial.
problem with him
Much.
mentally? And is he really doing this because he thinks it's the right thing, or because he's always had a crush on her and is happy to see her finally breaking up with TenZ? As you might have guessed by now, I'll let you come up with your own opinion. Just know though that barely before I was going to upload this video, he would make this comment on Twitter. Someone would reply to his post and say, "At this rate, I think you might want Kyedae." To which he would say, "So what if..."
No, 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 no. Oh no. No, buddy. You should, oh my god, just someone take his fucking phone away. Please. Just take his phone away. He doesn't deserve to have his phone.
If I do, question mark.
Bruh. Nah, she's over 80. She's too old for him.
Whatever, man.
Bro.
This dude is the Kanye West of Valorant. That is a fact. But sick, causing so much damage wasn't the only thing that Kyedae and TenZ had to worry about, because the parasocials would find something very interesting that was on none other than TenZ's own subreddit. Someone had made a thread back in October 22nd, 2023 with the title, "Kyedae cheating on TenZ." I saw Kyedae cheating on TenZ at TwitchCon. I swear I'm not lying. Believe me, she is a cheater. I saw it with my own eyes. Back then, this had 166 upvotes.
Now that you mentioned, I saw her too. I wasn't even at the American TwitchCon, but I saw her. For real, for real.
76 comments. Today,
Trust
it
me,
has
bro.
over 325 upvotes, 129 comments. People found it and started interacting with it, saying that this person was a messiah. Many of the comments left back then were doubting them. Now people are praising them. It seemed like no matter what Kyedae could ever do, no matter what TenZ could ever do, no matter what anyone could ever hope to do, there was no convincing some people that she didn't cheat. They were already convinced and nothing was going to change their minds. This amicable breakup.
It was me. She cheated on TenZ with me. Actually, I'm sorry. I was afraid to say it, but now, at the end of the video, I must tell you, it was me. Again?
That was figured out in private was now one of the biggest controversies the internet had ever seen over rumors and conspiracies. But seeing that these same people who made conspiracies were right about her breaking up with TenZ, then to many people, it only made sense that they were also right about her being a cheater. That's the morbid reality of how the internet works. Look, in conclusion, this entire thing blew out of proportion the moment that both Kyedae and TenZ started messing around on Instagram. I truly don't understand why they would do that with their experience being content creators for many years.
Well, okay, to be fair, it's not fair to ask like, oh, you wanna remove your Instagram pictures because, oh, bad memories or whatever, like you broke up. You will not think about like, I wonder if the schizos are going to attack me if I do X and Y. Like, that's not how people work. They were just like, oh no, I think I just have to like cleanse my feed and start it all over. Right? Like, you don't think about that. Wow. Will the rats chew my cables?
I really don't get what went through their heads. Maybe they underestimated just how much of a big deal their relationship was to the internet. Maybe they were going through such a heartbreak that they didn't think clearly. But overall, this was a major lapse in judgment. When this happened, and when TenZ pretty much confirmed their breakup after streaming without the ring, the parasocials already knew that they had broken up. They had already moved on to how they broke up. This didn't allow Kyedae or TenZ to have control of the narrative of their own breakup story. So by the time she came out with her post, it was already too late. Damned if you do, damned if you don't. Nothing was going to change that. And it seemed like the breakup vibes were contagious, because Kyedae's sister, who had also blown up with Jason the Ween due to their public relationship, had also broken up very shortly afterward.
Oh my god. What the fuck? They started it. Now the entire family is singles. So what I'm hearing is that Kyedae got together with her sister. I see. You don't even have to say it. I already know. I already have my conclusion. Yeah. A sister, obviously. It must be true. Must be true.
Barely 24 hours after Kyedae posted her breakup
Damn.
message. They of course would get way less backlash since her older sister was taking all the hate, but the timing was definitely interesting, and I'm sure the conspiracy theorists are going to have a very fun time dissecting why this happened. But overall, if there's anything to learn from this, never reveal your relationship to the public when you are a public personality, because as soon as you do, it's not your relationship anymore. You lose complete control over it. People get into relationships and break up all the time. It's just the nature of being a human being, especially in the 21st century. But as a content creator, you're seen as a perfect person, so you're not allowed to be human. You can't just get into a relationship and break up. You'll be called all sorts of things. You're not allowed to make mistakes.
What do you mean? I was shipping you. I was investing in your life because my life is not as good. How dare you ruin my fantasy? Huh? I was rooting for the babies and everything.
Both TenZ and Kyedae benefited greatly from this, but once it ended, now they're going through one of the worst times of their lives. This is why many choose to keep their relationships private. And honestly, it could just be me, but I feel like ever since this year started, Twitter has been...
But how will Miss Kif make content out of you if you're gonna keep it private? Have you considered that the Kif needs it? Really? No, you haven't. You only think of yourself.
overly vile lately, like more than usual. Maybe because of some of the algorithm changes, but that's just something I've personally noticed. Let me know if you've come to the same conclusion in the comments. In any case, thank you so much for watching until the end. I really appreciate it. Don't forget to use the code MUJIN to get 10% off your next purchase on Gamer Subs, and I'll see you in the next video whenever that is. I love you so much, platonically. Mwah.
Wow, we got friend zoned. What the fuck? Kyedae, I don't care that you're past your prime years. You don't have to be 13 to date me. So call me soon. Oh my god. What the fuck? Damn. Well, that's something. Damn, boy. That's, what a video, huh? Not the peanut. No, that was a stream. This 3 hour long. I am unwilling to watch a 3 hour long video. I don't think so, buddy. Nuh-uh. Frig that. I would perish, I'm afraid. I would perish. I would just simply wilt like a flower. Hope this helps.